Hey everyone, welcome to Knickknack's Corner. Today, I'm going to talk to you about Dune. I finished it, and it was awesome. It was so good. I definitely can see where, like, Game of Thrones, and I don't want to say anything beyond Game of Thrones because it's really just the first book that I feel it's very tied to what Dune is doing, and then it becomes its own thing. Star Wars, there's just a bunch of pop culture that definitely borrows from Dune, and it was phenomenal. They talk about the Butler Jihad, which is about humans wiping out AI because they become too powerful, and then make it a rule that AI isn't allowed to be created anymore. So they are back to doing things for themselves, but they've spread across the universe. And they happen to be on this one planet called Arrakis, which is also known as Dune. And it's a very sandy, tempered, doesn't rain type of climate where every single drop of moisture is sacred and needed. So this story follows the Atreides, Leto and Paul, and the Bene Gesserit, Jessica, from Caladan, I believe is the planet, and they go to Arrakis, and we see Leto being an excellent leader. But there is, of course, scheming going on behind the scenes with a family called the Harkonnens, as well as the Emperor. So it's very interesting. Basically, what ended up happening was Jessica was supposed to give birth to a daughter, and instead she chose to give birth to a son who gets named Paul. And I'm not going to go too much further into it because that's spoiler territory. I feel like I've given you guys a lot of information there already. But Paul is the character we follow throughout the story, and he is actually one of my favorite characters I've read about. I've really enjoyed what Frank Herbert has laid out, and I really, really like the world he has created. He has done such a phenomenal job at building a history. He has built up this planet Arrakis, and we get to like see sandworms and some cool stuff about them. Spice melange, which is sort of an anti-poison, I think. And when I say anti-poison, I mean it's just the opposite of poison. Instead of taking it once and dying, you have to keep taking it. It's very interesting. There's a whole lot going on with the spice, and I'm I really enjoy what he laid out. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars because to me it was something that wowed me to the point that I'm still thinking about it, and I really want to get the other books in the series to get into it because this book made me feel the way Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings made me feel when I read them. A Song of Ice and Fire. Sorry. Um, that they made me feel excited to dig in, to want to know more. You were left wanting more, and I thought that was pretty awesome. Um, really enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend it to anyone. It's definitely a mixture between sci-fi and fantasy. It's not just one or the other. They have both elements in there, and I think that if you are into any of that and you're open-minded to just some different world stuff, I think Dune is fantastic. So um, I'm go and read it. And if you love any of that sort of stuff, go pick it up. It's so good. I know that there's a lot of people out there who don't like it, and I don't know where they're coming from because I thought it was phenomenal. That's my opinion. Anyway, thank you so much everyone for coming to the corner. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed reading this book and going on this adventure. And my book club has been really enjoying it so far as well. And I hope to hear more good things about this series as we go along. So thank you very much for coming to the corner, and you all have yourself a wonderful day.